How you doing today?
Right. That's about from last week? Oh, that's somebody different. All right. Welcome.
Hey, welcome to the program today. Today we're going to be talking about Recovery Spotlight. And we do a Recovery Spotlight every month. And we feature someone who has been successful in their recovery. So we're going to go over that today. And we have groups on Tuesdays at 10 o'clock and Thursday at 1 p.m. Mm-hmm. So somebody want to read first?
Well, I'll start it off. And once again, my name is Craig. I'm one of the Capital Recovery Center coaches. Sometimes I get tongue-tied. Let me remove this mask. All right, we're going to do Recovery Spotlight, and it simply says Recovery Spotlight every first Friday of each month. Capital Recovery Center would like to highlight people in recovery to celebrate their recovery milestone and spread the message of recovery. These are important accomplishments and deserve to be celebrated. With your permission, we would love to share your success to infuse hope in those still struggling, eradicate stigma, and eliminate shame. And I think this is something great that we're starting. Mike is the spearhead of it, and he put all this together. And I don't know the person's name that who's going to be spotlighted this month.
Tomorrow's the first day we spotlight somebody for April. Mm-hmm. So tomorrow we will announce that tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock.
Nice.
But Capital Recovery Spotlight is for if you would like to be part of having yourself shown that you have been successful. We got a link. We can send you the link for you to fill out all your information. And the reason why we do that is because it helps to give hope and encourage other individuals who might be struggling or who think they can't achieve the success with their thing that they're struggling with. And a lot of times when someone sees someone that they know personally have been successful in recovery, it infuses hope in them. Yeah. So that's why it's good to get anybody who is willing. It's always up to the individual who would like to be a spotlight for recovery and let people know that they can be successful as well. So like he says, with your permission, we would love to share your success. So whoever out there you would like to share your story or how you have been successful. And again, we deal with multiple pathways of recovery. So even if you take a different route, all we really care about is that you have maintained some sobriety. That's it.
All right.
What we got? Okay. Let's see. Go ahead, Craig. You was going to say something?
No, I was just going to share this so that people will understand a little in depth of what a spotlight would entail. I think we're going to cover most of it, but me, myself, I'm in recovery. I've been in recovery since 2001. And my drug of choice was cocaine, marijuana, but I also dipped and dabbed with other substances as well. And so, due to my addiction, I previously was incarcerated for a long period of time. And once I was released, it was called the reentry process. I made it home, and once I made it home, I was able to. Well, let me back up a little bit. While I was incarcerated in the New Jersey Department of Corrections,
TC,
I was able to attend the TC program down Southern State, and then that took me off where I was able to complete that process and went through Talbot Hall. I went up there, came down to Kentucky, etc., etc. So as I came home, I bettered myself. I went to school. I got this job here, and so that is something what we would call a spotlight, or what we call a success story. Not to brag or boast, but that just to give somebody else some hope and to encourage them that, hey, listen, you know, you can do the same thing or even better. Yeah. Mike got his story. He got a great success story as well.
Yeah, it's a great success story, man. You know, I mean,
I know you're bashful and all, man.
Our community was glad that he got it together. It was tough out there when he was running the streets. But anyway, hey, why is Hey, thank you, Mr. Johnson. Mr. Millers, he said, good afternoon. Thanks for being there for us. You're welcome. So you can always share on Facebook Live a comment or something and we will mention it on there. So let's see what we got. It says, why is it so important to share your recovery story? We got 3 important parts right here. There is a list of things, but we just picked out a few things why it's very important for you to share your success story. People are searching for hope through the testimonies of others. The internet is a significant part of most people's lives. Whenever there is a question, problem, or research is needed, most head to the World Wide Web. The same goes for a person that wants help with an addiction. Most often, they don't know where to go or what to do. They will seek the advice of others to get them through this challenging time. They are looking for someone like you to step up and show them how to overcome. People don't always trust doctors, counselors, or other medical professionals, but they will believe the words of someone who has walked the path and lived to tell the tale. Your words will be a dominant form of inspiration to someone. So that's one of the things that why Recovery Spotlight is so important, is because just like I mentioned before, some people won't believe the people in certain positions, but they will listen to somebody that they know who have walked their path and lived to tell the tale.
And what we do as recovery coaches here basically is that we like to say we empower people, and that is break down barriers that a lot of people facing. Those who are in our community is facing so much stigma behind, whether they're homeless, addicted to drugs, coming home from incarceration. And so we as recovery coaches, all 3 of us, what we do here at Capital Recovery Center is to assist those who face with all sorts of challenges. Some of them could be from identification. Those might be small things, you know, to us, but to someone who facing those challenges, they can be huge hurdles. Not only ID, but finding a place of employment, or just looking for an NA or AA group. And so that's what we're here to do, I believe. Am I right, man?
Yeah, you're right. Come on, man.
Give me something, man.
Hey, people are searching for hope. And that, again, we're talking about Spotlight Recovery and how you can infuse hope in other individuals' lives by sharing your story. You can always be one of the individuals who we spotlight by filling out the link, sharing your story, letting us know some basic information. And it's released every first Friday of the month. We have a new person coming out tomorrow. I don't want to say their name because they're going to see this live. I want them to be surprised when they wake up Friday.
Yeah, nice.
So nice. Friday morning they wake up and say, oh man, you know, what just encourages me is to see when we spotlight the person in recovery, you see all these other individuals commenting under their picture and stuff and saying stuff to them like, man, we proud of you. We watched you from afar. I think that gives people motivation to go further because you never know what type of day a person might be having. So Spotlight Recovery is something that we want to get out there and let people know. Sign up. Let us put you out there. Let us tell people about how good you are doing. Because honestly, when we're doing bad, everybody talking about us anyway. So why not give them something to talk about when we're doing something good?
Absolutely.
All right. What's next?
All right. Karen, you would like to read something?
Yeah, you can help ease others' fears. Many people don't seek help simply because they are afraid. Remember, drugs and alcohol affect their reasoning skills. You don't think clearly, so it's not always easy to make the best decisions. The addiction has probably already affected their family life, relationships with children, their job, and self-esteem. Thinking about checking into a rehab center is more than what many can bear. The thing is, you can take away some of the fear by telling your story. Be very detailed and tell them how the staff at that rehab center made you think and feel. They will hang on every word and use your guidance to make life-changing decisions. Your recovery story may save a life.
Woo! she said a mouthful with that. She said that the addiction has probably already affected their family life, relationships, children, job, and self-esteem. So what helps ease other individuals' fears is seeing you share your story about what you went through and how far you have come. Now they probably have that fear that they had about going in the path of recovery. Now that fear probably lightened up a lot. And she also was saying that you can be very detailed and tell how the staff at Capital Recovery Center made you feel and think. You can tell them, listen, that coach over there, Miss Karen did this for me, she helped me in this area, Craig did this for me, he did this, Mike did this for me. When you share your how they have helped you, it will give them some loosen up on the fear that they have about reaching out for help by you sharing your own thing that you have experienced.
And I like the last part, which she read, your recovery story may save a life.
Wow.
And here at Capital Recovery Center, we often go to people's homes and do a wellness check, which is called a knock and talk. Those who overdose and those who have been Narcan. And so we like to let people know that, hey, we're here to not only just check up on you, but just to show you some love that, listen, you don't have to keep going down that road.
That's right.
That fentanyl, I heard a guy, he used the term fetty. He said, you talking about that fetty? And I didn't know what he was talking about at first. But anyway, we definitely want to share our stories to give some hope. Because a lot of people, even during COVID, from what we were reading from past literature, that people are really depressed and people are going through some things that they don't have the coping mechanism or the skills. And so they may be down on themselves, boredom set in. And so by somebody come knocking on the door and say, hey man, I'm just doing a wellness check on you, see how you need some help, IOP or some residential treatment, we're here for you. And so it's good to share your story because we're here to save lives.
And also, when they were saying many people don't seek help simply because they are afraid. Some people don't know unless we verbally tell them that we have been through situations similar to theirs. Thank God, I have a lot of friends who are not currently using, but I still have some friends who are still using. But being as though they see me and see how my life has changed, they have some type of evidence that it's possible for their lives to change. So we just want to use our story to try to ease the fear that people have about getting hope. And that's why Recovery Spotlight is something that we would like to get people to sign up for and allow us, with your permission, to share your story with the world that might at one point in time infuse hope into somebody else. So don't forget, the link is on if you watch it on Facebook Live, the link is in the description. If you watching on Teams, then you can contact us and we'll send you the link for you to share your particular story. All right? Where we at?
Karen, you want to read the last part?
Sure. It says, many don't know where to begin. Drugs and alcohol put people in a vulnerable position. Because they are not thinking clearly, they may not know which direction to turn for help. You are giving them hope by telling them how to overcome. Make sure you include your steps for success. The first step is the most important, but you want to make sure they know what they should do. If they take anything from your story, it should be that they can conquer their demons and there is help out there.
The first step, she says, is the most important, but you want to make sure they know what they should do. Now, the motivating factor when you're trying to help someone or use your story to inspire them, once you give them the information, it's still on them to apply the information. So no matter how many people you try to give it to, you got to understand, don't get down on yourself if they don't automatically walk into what you're telling them to do.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Because if I'm honest with myself, and I didn't ace the test when I first took it.
You ain't by yourself. You ain't by yourself, Mike.
Yeah.
The whole thing is that, you know, we know some people, they just ain't ready. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
You know, so when somebody's ready, you know, but we still, you know, we have this compassion to save lives, that we want to still encourage them. Listen, man, you know, we'll walk with you every step of the way.
Yep.
Because we have done it so far. Like people that went into detox and residential treatment, some people we've been dealing with now, they didn't have no place to go from there. They didn't have no home, so we set them up with sober living housing.
That's what we do.
And then they finally had the motivation on themselves to get a job.
Yeah.
And so now they're doing things, you know, as a spotlight or a success story.
Yeah.
You know, doing things. I'm quite sure, you know, when we out in our addiction, we hurt our loved ones, our family, our friends, and so now we want to be able to restore those things back, right?
All right, what else we got?
Says every state has numerous resources to help the addict, though some are better than others. Make sure you include things that give them information on how and where to get help. If you had a great experience at a rehab center, feel free to share where it's located. Even drop a name or two of people that you should contact. Each little detail is taking a bit of the fear of the unknown away from someone who is terrified.
All right.
If you if you had experience, feel free to share where it's located. Different places that we have been a part of are always good for individuals dealing with a substance use disorder. What we try to do at Capital Recovery Center is connect you to the services that you might need, whichever one. We have got developed in our assignment as recovery specialists to automatically know this person might be better for this particular program. Now we automatically like, I think they should go. You know, we have got skilled at that. That's a great trick. So that eliminates a lot of wasted time. Yeah. When you know I want to go to this particular place, or you think this place will be beneficial to the person that we're talking to.
And sometimes they let us know.
Sure.
Man, I went to Maryville before, you know, I want to try something different.
That's true.
And so we'll send them to, you know, they say we can name drop, so we're going to name drop maybe one or two other places.
Yeah, you can.
New Hope.
Yeah.
New Hope is integrated health.
Seabrook House.
Then we have the IOP, we have Maryville as well, or
First Step.
They go to First Step.
We send them the First Step. I mean, appointment only. But listen, when we talking about recovery spotlight, if you would like to be, again, I gotta keep saying it because I want individuals, because a lot of people will watch this video later. And if you know someone or you are a person who have been successful in recovery, please allow us, with your permission, to have you as one of the recovery spotlights, because you can give hope to somebody else that you walk past that may be struggling, and they never even knew that you had your life together, but when they see you on social media or they see you somewhere, then they'll be probably want to work on that path too.
So let me just throw this out.
Go ahead, man. Any questions out there?
Right. So Darren, what you heard so far, brother, what do you think about the information that we shared, or you think it's a good idea, bad idea? Feel free to, chime in, brother.
As far as revenue, I mean, for the most part, like I'm right now at the sugar house. I'll be honest with you. Like I've been to Maryville. I can't really. I don't feel like comfortable, like truthfully, like sharing stories like that. I'm not that far into it. That's my whole thing. So that's my reason of like more being staying backish. Or so I got a thing of opening up, so I have to like learn. I'm like learning as I go, pretty much to open up. This being like a thing where I have it like online and whatnot doesn't make me comfortable, to be honest with you. I'm just like trying to progress at the same time, to be honest with you.
Hey, listen, I wasn't even, I'm glad you shared that because, I was like that too. I'm quite sure. I can't speak for everybody. you know, being in a group setting, you know, some people, you know, feel that, you know, now
no, my bad. I'm cutting you off. Go ahead, speak.
No. But I'm glad that you said what you just said, because there's a lot of people just like you. You're not alone. So whenever you do feel like, you know, add more to it, feel free, because, man, listen, we all been through something. Your story is totally going to be different from mine, but we might have something that's relatively that we can relate to one another. So.
And also, the only people who can see you is us. Just to let you know.
Oh, okay.
We the only, like, we got it on Facebook Live, but nobody can't see you on Facebook Live. Mm-hmm. It's only us seeing him on
okay. From our end.
Yeah.
Nobody else.
Nobody.
So you in the room, it's like you
in the room with us.
With us.
Yeah, but I'm just letting you know, it's just
cool.
Yeah, it's just like he in the group with us. Yeah. Like these seats is you on the screen. You sitting in this seat. That's what that's like. Those people are actually sitting in these seats.
Yeah.
So but that's good though. That's good that you recognize them. I was just talking about that earlier. Right. Remember I said some people aren't comfortable doing this, that, and the third.
Right.
But that's good though. And I remember I'm very good at speaking publicly now. But I remember before when I used to have to speak, I used to break out pouring down sweating. Mm-hmm. Ladies would be like, "Yo, man, you alright, man?" I just sweat everywhere. I was like, "Man, what are you doing, man?"
Put me on the spot, man.
Huh?
I'll be honest. Like, I'm gonna say this about like my recoveries. Truthfully, like, the thing though for me more so than anything, it's just like it's a mental thing. Truthfully, and that's the whole thing of understanding. Like, once you have to detox your body, your mind, and your spirit, truthfully. And after you wind up doing it, you have to focus on your discipline, because that's what it really comes down to in my mind, to be honest with you. That's just me speaking and being honest about my opinion. You feel me? Be honest with you, I know like you do need the support of having people that like honestly can uplift you. So I mean, like, this is a good positive platform. I do like that. I really do encourage it, because I mean, like, a lot of people don't have that in the atmospheres that they are in. You understand me? So to be able to, like some people are even scared to this day to even go to like an AA meeting, or and it's like it's common. Like, it's not like I'm not the only. I know I'm not the only person out there that's ever been like this. Like, everyone has been after. Like, I've studied the steps as well, so it's not like I'm just like going into this and I'm like blind. No, I've actually gone through this and like actually put in the time and effort to go ahead and like learn as I'm going through this. I don't want to sit there and speak on something I do not know. I'm an introvert, so like I've spoken on it several times before. And while I was in Maryville and everything, the one thing people fear more so than anything in this world is truthfully themselves. And it's so crazy, because when you think about it, that's the one thing that you can change. And so why is it so much that you fear yourself? Wow. You feel me? So that's why I say, like, this, to me, it's like, you just gotta, you have to install that strong mentality, that strong mental, in order to go ahead and overcome. Because without it, then basically, our mental will remain broken. You feel me? And it will consistently go ahead and leave us in a mindset where basically we're repeating insanity.
Yeah.
I'm just speaking out of. I'm just speaking my mind. But that, to me, that's the reality of it all. So that's how I see it.
Hey, listen, Darren. I appreciate you sharing that, man, because I take my hat off to you. I salute you 100%, because, listen, one thing I learned in going through TC programs and sitting in rooms like this is that nobody better can tell your story than you can. And we had a saying, we give it away, we tell our story so that we can stay
clean, keep it.
So that we can keep our sobriety. And so by you sharing, just even what you shared right now, it helps you, along the way, and you're helping me, you know, because I'm listening to you as you growing through the process. So
Making us self-reflect.
And it's awesome, but he said, you said so much stuff. I'm going to use it. I'm going to give you credit for it the first time. After that, I'm going to say I came up with it. But listen, hey, he said you got to take care of your mind, your body, and your spirit. He says the whole part, because a lot of times people just focus on one aspect of themselves, and they totally neglect the other parts. And then when they go back to the stuff they're used to, they trying to figure it out. But he said, yo, I got to take care of this part, and this part. Yeah. So when
detoxing all three. You have to detox all three.
Yeah,
you can't just
have
detox
to.
one.
Yeah. So but like he was saying, he said so much truth to it, because if you forget one of them, it's just going you're going to go right back to the same cycle, because you ain't detox. You detox probably your body, but you ain't do nothing with your mind, your spirit. Just, and like he said, these groups like this help feed all of that person. You know what I mean? Right. And then he said something else. I'm going to give him credit for this one too. Just today. But listen, he said, next week. then he said, why fear the only thing you can control is you? Like, he said, yo, why fear if you can't control nothing? You can control you. So he says a lot of times people fear that, when really you shouldn't, because if everything was on the table, I can at least say, I can control me. I can do, like if somebody tell you got to do this, no matter if they try to force you to do it, you still have the choice to say, I'm going to do it or not do it. You know what I mean? No matter the consequence. So that's some good stuff, man. We just had to prime him up. He got some knowledge up in there.
And he used my favorite word.
Holistic.
Holistic, man. Hey, listen, man. I like you, man. I respect you, man. I like you, man. But,
that's good stuff,
yeah. Thank you, Darren, for sharing, man.
Yeah, that's good.
We needed that, man.
And listen, not only that, because like I was saying, even though you're not being viewed on the Facebook Live, our videos they be watching later. So when they hear him, they can hear you say what you say, but they don't know who it is. Yeah. But when they hear that, it's going to be some people who are in that same spot where he is, where he's talking about, and say, man, I ain't never think about that. I can change me.
He helped me along.
He helped me. So so thanks for sharing. That's why we be wanting y'all to share, because some people listen to us and some people won't. So we need that.
Thank you.
It's good stuff, man. Remember, our meetings is Tuesday, 10 a.m. That's Coffee and Conversation. Then we also have All Recovery meeting at 1 p.m. Thursday.
Right.
And tomorrow, every first Friday of the month, we have Recovery Spotlight, where we will feature someone who has been successful. How you doing, Miss Erica? Miss Erica said hi.
Hi.
Hey, Miss Erica.
How you doing?
What about Monday? We got Monday is
what we got?
Motivational Monday.
Come on, bring it in.
Bring it on down.
Motivational Monday. We need to record some of them too.
Yeah.
What else we got, Miss Karen? Any road? Recovery on Wheels coming up?
Yeah, Recovery on Wheels is on Wednesday.
Gonna be at Wendy's,
that's true.
And Bristol.
In Bristol. Wednesday, Wendy's at Bristol.
Now we got two Wendy's now. We got to make the distinction.
The one that has
the one that's been open forever.
Yeah.
On 49.
On 49, yeah. But we like to just have fun and enjoy recovery. Again, we at Capital Recovery Center, man. How can we help you with your recovery today? And what does recovery mean to you? Right. It's very important to learn what recovery means to you, because your path might be different from someone else's, but that does not mean you're not in recovery. Mm-hmm. You define what recovery means to you.
Yeah. All right, that's it.
Let's see. Okay, all right. With that, yeah, we should be good. Thanks everybody for tuning in, and we'll see y'all next week.
All right, Darren, man, you be good, brother. Enjoy your weekend.
All right, make sure you tune in next Tuesday or Thursday.
Thank you.
All right.